I'm seeing it quite a bit. There's a number of people that are sending me DMs, or I just read on social media that they're staying sick for longer than they anticipated and they're getting nervous about it. And oftentimes I see it's because they're taking Tylenol. So they say, oh, I have a fever, I have a headache, and I keep taking Tylenol, but I don't understand why I'm sick for 6 days still. I'm nervous. Like, you've got to understand that fever is your body's natural response to overcome an infection. It heats up your entire system so the viruses and the bacteria die. If you suppress this system, the viruses and the bacteria are going to continue to proliferate. And I don't care how much zinc you take, how much vitamin C you take, your body's natural immune response, the fever, which is also stimulating your immune system, is being suppressed because you keep taking the Tylenol. I get the fevers suck. They're uncomfortable. They don't feel good. I struggled with a fever about, 2 weeks ago or so, maybe 3, 4, I don't remember. Time's so fast. But I let my fever go. And in fact, my fever was pretty wimpy. It was 99. And a 99-degree fever is very pathetic. So I actually jumped in the sauna. I got in the sauna, I got my fever up to 101, and then I got out, and then I lay in bed, and I just wrapped up in some clothes, and I cooked, and the next day I was basically done. So I got sick for about 1.5 days. Why? Because I let my fever do its job. Do not palliate your kids or yourself from a fever. You got to go through the pain to get on the other side. Now, if your fever is greater than 104 degrees Fahrenheit, or your doctor says you absolutely cannot do a fever for various reasons, I don't know why, and I've posted on this before as well, but you've got to let the fever go. If your fever does get to 104, then you could do, sponge baths. You can take neutral body temperature baths, like 100-degree bath temperatures. If you don't want to take a cold bath because that could be problematic. So don't do that. Another thing is, if you have to take Tylenol, then you have to take Tylenol. But if you take Tylenol, then you need to take some glutathione with it, because the Tylenol depletes your body's store of glutathione completely. One dose of Tylenol trashes your glutathione levels. And if your glutathione levels are trashed, then your immune system is also losing its ability to regulate itself, because healthy glutathione levels support a healthy immune system. So let your fever do its job, support with electrolytes, and add sodium if you're sweating a lot. So with Optimal Electrolyte, I think today is our last sale day for Optimal Electrolytes, like 20% off or something. I don't know. I don't want to misquote, but just head over to seekinghealth.com, get some electrolytes. You've got to hydrate and feed your fever. So, but add a pinch of sodium to that if you're sweating. If your fever is really weak, it's 99 degrees, then I would consider taking a hot bath, or I would consider jumping in a sauna, or I would consider bundling up in a bunch of clothes and getting under a lot of blankets. And you want to be eating broths, warm foods, stay away from cold vegetables, cold salads. You got to keep your body temperature up, because a fever is very metabolically demanding. It uses up a lot of calories. So stay bundled. And again, if your fever reaches 104 or above, or above 104, then that should be time for taking off some layers and getting into a neutral, lukewarm bath, and or other things to help reduce your fever. Seizures that I've read, if there are seizures associated with fever, that's typically due to electrolyte deficiency. It's also typically due to probably a nutrient or metabolic deficiency. So you got to make sure you're feeding the fever. So coconut water, warmed, or Optimal Electrolyte, some broths, and make sure you're getting sufficient potassium, sufficient sodium, and getting some glutathione if you indeed do take the Tylenol. Let your fever do its job. Share this, please, because people are staying sick longer than they're supposed to because Tylenol is way overprescribed. It is not helping you for the most part. Take care.